Hello there, welcome back. Hello if you're new. Today I am tier listing all the maps available in Battlefield 6, including some of the Season 1 maps. Before we begin, consider a subscribe. We're going to start off with one of the best, Eastwood. Eastwood is a very bright, colourful, and very fun map, featuring plenty of open areas, plenty of destruction, plenty of cover. It has everything, and most importantly, it is a very nice looking map, which is bright and colourful, and dare I say, even has golf carts. A golf map having golf carts, purely S tier map. I know it's not even out yet, but I've already played it. I make the rules here. It's going into S tier. Another Season 1 map, Whfield. It's very open, there's not much destruction, very vehicle heavy map, so it does include jets and helicopters. It has a very nice looking sunset in the background, but it plays very much a very sniper focused map, unless you're in a vehicle. So I'm going to be completely honest, this one is going in a D tier. I think it's a very bland map, with not much to it. Now for a map you probably don't even know exists. I'm going to say a good percentage of you do not know about this map, but that's Saints Quarter. Probably wondering why most of you don't know. It's because it's limited to CQC modes, so King of the Hill, I think, Squad Deathmatch, Domination, the smaller modes. It is very bright, it is very pretty in some places. However, it's pretty much just alleys like Iberian Offensive. If Iberian Offensive was just the buildings, it would be Saints Quarter, with just saturation turned up and a bit of colour added. So unfortunately, I'm going to put this one into C. It is a good map, it is a very nice looking map, but it's very lame that it's simply limited to those modes, when it could have been just expanded upon a bit to support the other modes, but as well have all the CQC modes, when pretty much all the other maps have that. Empire State. Very city focused, very lane focused. It's quite a nice looking map with plenty of cover between. Entirely infantry focused with no kind of vehicles. It has some very nice outside bits, now with plenty of variation, but as soon as you go inside the big main building, it feels very samey, very just same grey walls, concrete walls. I understand it's under construction, but it's very bland on the inside. Then you got the other section, which is a bit more interesting, which is like an open area, which has 2 floors to it, like a museum. One of the more better, I think, infantry style maps. This one is going into B tier. Iberian Offensive, another very CQC map, but this one includes vehicles. Again, it struggles with a very similar, same feel around the map generally when you play within the buildings. It's just very tight alleyways, so it just kind of feels the same everywhere you go. However, the best part of the map, and I like the most, is the green bit. A long stretch where you can kind of pick off any enemies, ducking and weaving in the alleyways, and offers you a very direct flank into their HQ, or vice versa. Again, I'm putting this one into a B tier. Liberation Peak. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking of that image of all the sniper glints. However, I like this map a lot. It has plenty of verticality, plenty of cover, and some lanes to funnel people in a bit, especially on C, with plenty of destruction, with the buildings towards the lower side of the hill. So, it makes it a very good map for infantry, balanced for sniping, as well as air vehicles. Air vehicles get plenty of cover here. You got the little valley, you can take your helicopter down. You got the hills you can use as cover, with the jets as well. Liberation Peak is going into A tier. Manhattan Bridge. Very same sort of feel as Empire State. However, this one includes vehicles, including air vehicles, as well as rooftops you can climb up. So it has plenty of verticality, plenty of variation between the sections of the map. You can go down alleyways, to construction site, to under the bridge, to on top of the buildings. But there is enough alleyways to create plenty of flanking, so you're not just funneled down 1 or 2 lanes. Helicopters are great to fly on this map, because you get plenty of air cover. And to be fair, there isn't much AA. Again, it is a very nice, colourful map. Therefore, S tier. Marac Valley, one of the largest maps available in the game. It has some nice variation between the war-torn, very destroyed, muddy-looking start screen on the left side, the construction site with the crane that can topple down, and then just a random little village. It is very heavily a vehicle map, and if you're not using a vehicle, you are probably in the center of the map. So it doesn't really have too much variation between playstyles, and anything between those locations is just open field. When I first got early access to play Marac Valley, I wasn't entirely impressed, and I am still not now. It is a very underwhelming map. Therefore, you're going into E tier. Sorry, Marac Valley. New Sbec City, a desert map with a lot of construction buildings. That seems to be a common theme. You gotta build them to knock them down. Features plenty of verticality and buildings for cover, air vehicles, and tanks. It has enough air cover to make flying helicopters not as painful as Marac Valley. All the buildings do just feel the exact same, apart from that one sniper tower that there's always going to be snipers on. I don't exactly have too much to say about this map, but I don't hate it. It is bland, but to be completely honest, I do kind of enjoy it. You are going into B tier. Operation Firestorm, a classic from Battlefield 3, remade in Battlefield 4, and once again remade here. It's a little bit more squished together now, but it is a very open and wide map, and if you're ever going to get a long shot with a sniper rifle, it is on this map you're going to get it. It features plenty of variety within the vehicles, plenty of cover for everywhere. You got the button to burn any of the snipers that are on the sniper tower. Just generally a very fun map for all kind of playstyles, whether it be aggressive or camping on a mountain, trying to get a long shot. The vehicles and air combat. I was thinking about putting it in S tier, but I'm not too sure. You're going into A tier. I can't put my finger on why. Last but not least, Siege of Cairo. A very lane-focused map featuring vehicles. There is not much verticality, but that's a good thing, especially after all those rooftop campers that somehow made their way up there. It just shows how bad verticality would be if it was available on this map. So it's all boots on the ground style combat. However, it does very much funnel you down like 3 lanes, which I'm not a big fan of, because it doesn't reward any kind of flanking. It just rewards head-on mindless warfare, frontline head-on infantry combat. That being said, I do very much enjoy this map. It is rather bland though. It is all just sand and sand colored. So it's just a more CQC Sbec City. Therefore, I am putting you into C tier. Not my favourite, but there's nothing inherently wrong. Alright, I think that's the end of my tier list of all the maps. Just a newsflash and a disclaimer, this is all subjective. I am not right, I am not wrong. Like you are not right or wrong. I think the biggest thing that Battlefield 6 struggles with currently is just the variation. There are some maps that just feel very samey, or same map, but a little bigger, or a little smaller, or a little bit more colourful. Alright, that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Until next time, see ya.